Buried in the pages of history lies the wisdom of a ruler who conquered not just empires, but the chaos within himself. Marcus Aurelius, the philosopher king of Rome, crafted a guide to life's challenges, words so profound they've endured for centuries. His Stoic insights hold the key to transforming struggle into strength and purpose into power. Marcus Aurelius wasn't born into power, and he wasn't a king by birthright. He was chosen, picked, because of his character, his discipline, and his potential to lead Rome during one of its most challenging eras. Unlike other rulers who clung to power for their own gain, Marcus lived humbly. He saw his role not as a privilege but as a responsibility. His personal writings, later published as meditations, were not meant for anyone else to read. They were his private reflections, reminders to himself of how to live a good and virtuous life. And yet, these writings contain lessons so profound that they remain as relevant today as they were nearly 2,000 years ago. What makes Marcus's wisdom so powerful is its simplicity. He didn't believe in complicated theories or unattainable ideas. He believed in action, real, practical steps that anyone can take to live better. His philosophy, deeply rooted in Stoicism, offers a way to deal with life's struggles, uncertainty, and challenges. He believes that our external circumstances are not what define us. Instead, it is how we choose to respond to those circumstances that shape the quality of our lives. So, what are the rules for a better life, according to Marcus Aurelius? How can his wisdom help us in our modern lives, filled with distractions, pressures, and constant change? First, Marcus Aurelius teaches us the importance of focusing on what we can control and letting go of what we cannot. He wrote, "You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength." Think about that for a moment. How much time do we spend worrying about the things we cannot change? What others think of us, the state of the economy, or the mistakes of the past? Marcus understood that by directing our energy toward what we can influence, our own thoughts, actions, and attitudes, we free ourselves from unnecessary stress. Imagine the peace you could feel if you stopped trying to control the uncontrollable. How often do we waste time trying to bend the world to our will, when the only thing we truly have control over is our response? Let's consider a modern example. Say you've received harsh criticism from someone at work. The criticism might sting, but here's the truth. You can't control what others say or think. What you can control is how you choose to respond. Do you let it ruin your day, or do you use it as an opportunity to reflect and improve? Marcus reminds us that life becomes much simpler and far less stressful when we learn to focus on what's within our sphere of control and accept what lies beyond it. Another critical principle from Marcus's philosophy is the idea that obstacles are not barriers, they are opportunities. He famously wrote, "The impediment to action advances action. What stands in the way becomes the way." This is one of the most empowering ideas in Stoicism. Challenges are not things to avoid, they are the very things that help us grow. Picture this. You're faced with a setback, a failed project, a difficult relationship, or even a health issue. Marcus would tell you to ask, what can I learn from this? How can this make me stronger? He believed that every obstacle is an opportunity to practice patience, courage, or creativity. This perspective isn't about pretending that challenges aren't difficult, it's about reframing them. When something goes wrong in your life, the natural instinct is to complain, resist, or feel defeated. But what if, instead, you asked yourself, what can I do with the situation? Imagine how much resilience you could build if every problem became a chance to grow. Marcus also reminds us of the importance of living in harmony with nature. To the Stoics, this didn't just mean the natural world, but the natural order of life, the inevitabilities we all face, like aging, loss, and even death. Marcus frequently reflected on the concept of memento mori, which means, remember, you will die. Far from being depressing, This reminder inspired him to live fully, to appreciate life's fleeting beauty, and to focus on what truly matters. Think about your own life. If you knew your time was limited, and it is, how would that change the way you spend your days? How much energy do we waste on things that don't truly matter in the end? Petty arguments, material possessions, or worrying about what others think? By keeping mortality in mind, Marcus found clarity and purpose. He recognized that life is short, and the time we spend on distractions or trivial concerns is time we'll never get back. What if you approached every day as if it were your last? What would you prioritize? Who would you spend time with? Amor fati, or love of fate, teaches us to embrace all of life's events, good or bad, as essential parts of our growth. Marcus Aurelius believed that even challenges shape us into stronger, wiser individuals. Contemplating this is the Stoic pursuit of virtue, wisdom, courage, justice, and temperance, which Marcus valued above power or wealth. He lived humbly, prioritizing fairness, simplicity, and service, demonstrating that true greatness lies in character, not status. Together, these principles offer profound lessons for a purposeful life. Marcus frequently reminded himself to act in accordance with his values, regardless of how others behaved. Waste no more time arguing about what a good man should be, he wrote. Be one. This advice is as relevant today as it was in ancient Rome. Think about how often we get caught up in judging others, pointing out their flaws, or debating what's right and wrong. Marcus would tell us to focus on our own behavior. Are we acting with integrity? Are we treating others with kindness? Are we living up to the standards we set for ourselves? Marcus also emphasized the importance of being present. In his writings, he urged himself not to dwell on the past or worry about the future, but to live fully in the moment. He wrote, "Do not let your mind be enslaved by the past or future. Direct it to what is before you." How often do we find ourselves stuck in regret over what's already happened, or paralyzed by fear of what might come? Marcus understood that the only time we truly have is now, and he challenged himself to make the most of it. Think about the last time you were truly present, when you weren't checking your phone, worrying about tomorrow's to-do list, or replacing yesterday's mistakes in your mind. How did it feel? Marcus teaches us that life happens in the present moment, and the more we practice mindfulness, the richer our experiences become. Marcus Aurelius' wisdom challenges us to take action today. How can you focus on what truly matters, embrace life's challenges, and act with integrity? The good life isn't found by chance. It's built through intentional choices every moment. If this exploration of Stoic philosophy has inspired you, like this video, share it with someone seeking clarity, and subscribe for more timeless insights. What is one step you can take today toward living with greater purpose and resilience? Let us know in the comments below. We'd love to hear how you plan to apply these principles in your life.